Crystal from Crystal Healing Oracles, and I would like to talk to you about psychic abilities and tune to your gifts. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my content. Today I want to talk about psychic abilities. What are they? Is this a real job? Can I do this? And what does it entail? Well, psychic abilities are innate, and it's something that we all have. We all have this intuitive ability. We all can use this ability. We are naturally born with it, okay? In fact, a lot of children are psychic because they are in tune with the spiritual realm. I know this because I used to be a pre-K through 5th grade teacher, and I saw a lot of the children as psychic, and they were able to see things. They also were intuitively connected to me, and they really found joy every time I would come to work, and I found joy with them because they saw my aura, and they knew already that I was a kind-hearted teacher who cared about my students, okay? And I still care about my adult students, and I will talk about my course at the end of the video. We are all born with psychic gifts. We all have this ability to see beyond the veil. It is when we get older that people influence us and tell us, no, it's a figment of your imagination. No, this is not real. But it is real, okay? It's real as it can be, folks. And I am thankful and grateful that I had a mother who encouraged me. And she never discouraged me, but she encouraged me. I can tell you that as early as the age of 4 years old, but my mother has also told me that I have told her things at 2, such as I couldn't wait to get out of that dark place. And the dark place was her womb when I was a baby. So I already knew that it was dark, and I told her this at 2 years old, that I was happy to get out of her womb. Who talks like that at 2? Just being able to see spirits. Like at 4 years old, I saw my brother's spirit, and my brother passed away when he was 5 years old in 1976. So I saw his spirit in like 1984 or 1983 when I was a little kid. And you may say, well, how can that be? Well, my mother used to put me on his sheets, and he would be like over my body as a kid, and it scared the hell out of me. And that's my first time seeing a spirit that crossed over when I was 4 years old. Just to give you a background on my spiritual gifts as a psychic clairvoyant, that you can see that I've had this gift since I was a child. I also have this gift passed down, so I'm a 3rd generation clairvoyant. My mother is also a clairvoyant and psychic, but she really doesn't focus on her gifts too much. She is highly gifted. She gets visions, dreams. She hears through clairaudience as well, like I do. And my grandmother is also gifted. She had a near-death experience. So to have a near-death experience, you're very clairvoyant, you're very strong, you're very in tune. And her father told her at the time, you have to go back and take care of your kids. And so she didn't stay on the other side, she stayed on the earthly realm, okay? So this gift has been passed down to me. Just like a lot of psychics, if you have read any books, they will talk about how this gift is generational. Okay, the gift is generational. It happened to me as early as 4 years old, but my mother says even when I was 2, I was able to tell her things. And I was always very sensitive as a child. I was sensitive to noises and people being loud and people being mean. I didn't like to see children mean to each other when I was a child. And so that's part of being empathic which I am. I can take on the feelings and emotions of others. That can be quite intense at times, and I will do a video on empaths if you're interested. You know, what are the signs of being empathic? How do you navigate that? What techniques can you use to ease that stress and any anxiety that you may have when it comes to being empathic? So that's a whole nother video, and I'll be happy to talk about that with you guys. I'm empathic. I can feel other people's like feelings and emotions, and that can sometimes be draining. I can read past life energy. I can predict and tell you what you did in a past life. Now, I didn't just wake up like and say, oh, you were a prince, you know, 20 centuries ago. No. Me being able to do the past life, these things didn't happen until I was, you know, in my mid to late 20s. Even though I was a psychically gifted child, I just pushed that aside. Like I said earlier in the video, that, you know, my mother never discouraged me. People never really discouraged me. I didn't tell people that I can see spirits or anything like that. But I did just kind of like push it to a side until I met someone at a former job. And she was gifted, and she said, your grandmother's here. She has a message. Well, my grandmother has been dead at that time for 20 years. So when that lady told me that, I listened. And then she started telling me about my grandmother, and then she started telling me about myself. She's like, you're gifted, and here's a book I want you to read. She recommended it, and boom, I made my first spirit contact with my spirit guide. If you're interested in the book, you can send me an email. I'd be happy to let you know what the book is that I read. I have a whole bunch of books. That's why I'm not going to put it in the description box, because we'd be here forever. I have a whole library of books on telepathic energy, light workers, psychics, psychic children, all kind of topics. Okay, so she told me that, and that's when I got in tune about the age of like 27, I would say. Decade later or so, I'm doing my job as a psychic intuitive. To answer the question, can you do this as a full-time job? Yes, you can. Currently I have 2 jobs. So I am a teacher during the day. It's my part-time job, and I would like to transition to full-time. I really enjoy being a reader. I really enjoy being a healer. I really enjoy being a clairvoyant. I really enjoy being a crystal child, which means that a crystal child is a child that was born early to mid 80s, and they reincarnated here to help other people on the planet to elevate and live their best life, just like the indigos were born in the 70s. And the crystals will have rainbow children. When I was a teacher teaching children, most of the children were drawing me rainbows. So there is a connection with that. That being said, I would like to talk about my psychic course. If you haven't heard about this, where have you been? You've been living under a rock. I'm just kidding. My psychic course is called Putting the Sense in Sensibility. Learn how to use your extrasensory perception, such as ESP, to get connected to the other side. So last summer, I came up with this course because so many people ask me questions about being a psychic and how they can tune into their psychic gifts. For a limited time, my course, which is a 5-day course, is offered for $75. I already have students enrolled this month, and so I will open the doors next month for you to enroll. You can go to my website and you can sign up for the course on ESP, and you can submit your payment, and I will email you and let you know when the course will start back up, which will be immediately at the beginning of March. And in this course, I will teach you how to elevate your vibration, how to tap into your intuition, how to use the 5 clairs. You may have noticed that I threw around the word clairvoyant. I will talk about the 5 clairs and how to connect to your spirit guides, how to connect to angels, how to connect to your ancestors, which a lot of people want to do. And then in the last module, I will teach you how to use psychic tools such as my pendulum here. And my pendulum is saying yes. So this is confirmation that my course is the business. If you want to read any of my testimonials, please check my website. The link to my website is in the description box. And as always, thank you for tuning into my channel. I wish you so much on your psychic journey, and you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. We all have that gift. I'm sending you love and light. And as always, thank you for subscribing. Oh, if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe to my channel. Take care. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I would like to announce my new Oracle decks, Twin Flame Journey Oracle and Twin Flame Affirmations deck. You can purchase both decks on my website as well as in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you enjoy these videos, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button.